What is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? The ACMJ's Gamer here. Today, we're here to take a look at some God of War Ragnarok news that just came out. There's nothing in terms of spoilers of the game itself here. This is all about the accessibility features. So this is a first look into the settings of the game. And apparently, when they released God of War on PC, there were a lot more modes that were added to the game for the PC version. And apparently for Ragnarok, they've added some of those things that they added to the PC version to the next game for the PlayStation 5. So we're going to go through this article. This is on PS blog, or the PlayStation blog. There will be a link down in the description down below. So without further ado, we'll get through this little article here. Santa Monica Studio highlights a selection of the game's 60-plus accessibility options designed to suit players' needs. Prophecy of Ragnarok brings changes to all the realms, and with that we're excited to announce some new accessibility features that will be available in God of War Ragnarok. Not only have we redesigned our UI to allow for more flexibility and readability, but we also have rebuilt controller remapping from the ground up and added more customization to our combat and interaction systems. We have retained all our accessibility features from 2018's God of War and expanded upon them to include more than 60 ways to adjust gameplay to best suit your style and needs. Here's a selection of some new and notable features. God of War 2018 PC features added to God of War Ragnarok. For God of War Ragnarok on PC, we made sure to improve and continue to iterate upon popular features from the initial PlayStation release. We're pleased to be continuing to support these features in God of War Ragnarok on PS4 and PS5. Sprint Auto Sprint. You will sprint while the stick is held and stop when released. When Auto Sprint is active, you can begin sprinting by pressing the move stick forward for a short period of time in one direction. The duration required to engage in the auto sprint is configurable by you. Interesting. So instead of having to, I think it was click in, instead of having to click in L3 like every 3 seconds to run through the map, it's just an auto sprint. I think we had that in... I think it's Dying Light is the last game I remember to do that. Excuse me. Persistent dot. Or always on reticle. If you need additional focal points to reduce motion sickness, or just want a persistent reminder of the center of the screen, we offer the ability to turn on a center dot in 3 different sizes and 7 different colors. See, something like that doesn't bother me. I actually prefer, I mean, this is all personal preference, but I actually prefer to have the center dot just on there during combat, because then it tells you where you are when you're moving the camera in terms of combat. But in terms of like the cinematic in-game stuff, it doesn't bother me if it's on there or not. Aim style, you can choose to use either hold or toggle on/off the aim stance. Block style, you can choose either hold or toggle on/off for the shield stance. So new to God of War Ragnarok. Subtitle and caption improvements. We have invested heavily in improving our subtitle and caption system to allow for even more customization and information. Captions displays not speech audio cues and descriptions as text. The bottom of the center screen, default setting off. Kratos, you must prepare yourself, water freezes. So here you can see you have subtitles on, off, you have subtitle color, the speaker name, speaker color, captions, caption color, direction indicator, subtitle and caption size, subtitle and caption background, subtitle and caption blur, audio usability and audio cues, which is interesting. When I play through this, I'm not going to change anything. It'll probably end up being all white. And I won't mess with this too much, but it's interesting that it is there. Subtitle and caption size, we've increased our minimum text size and added new scaling. This includes an extra large text to make subtitles and captions more readable. We've also dedicated a larger text area to match TV and movie subtitle standards. Subtitle and caption colors, you can adjust colors of speakers' names. Subtitle body and captions individually, you'll be able to choose between 7 different colors. And this, I'm assuming, is an example.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want answers.
It's an example of the subtitles. Subtitle and capture background blur. We've included options to allow for blurring the background behind subtitles and captions to make them more readable over complex scenes. In addition to blur, we've included options to darken the background behind subtitles for better readability on snow. High contrast backing includes multiple opacity settings for you to select from. So we are on this one. Huh. Interesting. Where are we at? Oh. Direction indicator, critical gameplay sounds now have an optional direction indicator which shows the direction a sound is coming from to assist with puzzles that have sound cues. This indicator will help you orient towards the source of an important sound. The highly requested feature from God of War is back and better than ever. You asked for a comfortable reading experience when playing from a couch, so we listened with a fully re-engineered and responsive UI and a larger minimum text size that can scale significantly. Reading on screen text is easier than ever. Here's a look at our default and XXL large game-wide UI text scaling for reference. Okay, text size, icon, high contrast color, character. Oh, wow, wait. Smallest. Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay. Controller remapping. We've rebuilt our controller remapping system configurations, blah blah blah, wide range of preset layouts, as well as a custom controller remapping support. Individual buttons can be swapped out for select complex actions. You can choose to alternate configurations from a preset list. We offer multiple ways for you to customize your experience for certain actions that require more than one button, including touchpad shortcuts for things like Spartan Rage, Navigation Assist, and Quick Turn. High contrast. Our new high contrast color mode allows you to apply a color to objects in game, like targets, enemies, and other characters, in addition to a variety of item types. When active, this will apply a color layer to characters that will make them more visible against the background. You can optionally desaturate the background to further increase the contrast. Traversal paint, loot items, and special items can also be made more visible in this mode. Interesting. Select off, on, or always. On for gameplay only. This will exclude cinematics. High contrast mode can be set to toggle on off from a swipe for easy access. This mode will automatically disable when in settings menu or character menu. Select a color palette that fits your playstyle and adjust individual colors, characters, enemies, and items. Separately select mid-tone or darkened background contrast levels. The Navigational Assist allows you to orient your view towards your compass objective when not combat. Pressing the Navigation Assist button will orient your view in the direction of the next story goal. Interesting. I wonder if instead of the story, if you select a side quest, if it'll gear you towards that quest, or if it's just whatever. Traversal Assistance, gap jumping, vaulting, mantling over traversal features can now be automated based on the direction you press. Interesting. Assistance adds interaction-based moves like climbs, crawls, and squeeze through. We have linked a sound cue to each of the on-screen interact prompts so that when using this feature, you can hear when an interact icon is nearby, as well as when button prompt becomes active. Audio cues extend to additional combat cues like unblockable attack rings, targeting aim cues, and weapon swap cues. The volume of audio cues can be adjusted separately from other volume sliders, so you can adjust for your own comfort. Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay. God of War Ragnarok reveal trailer. We're not going to go through that. More to come. We hope you've enjoyed a look into the selection of the 60 plus accessibility features that will be included in God of War Ragnarok. We are committed to improving accessibility and customization for everyone. We can't wait to tell you details about our other categories of accessibility features like combat/aim assist, puzzle minigame assist, HUD adjustments, camera tuning, auto pickup, and much more. We're so thankful for all the support from our accessibility consultants and the greater accessibility community for sharing their thoughts to make God of War Ragnarok the most accessible God of War game ever. We can't wait to share more with you as we get closer to launch. Happy Global Accessibility Awareness Day. Okay, so that is it. That is from the PlayStation blog. I must say this is kind of interesting. The whole you can configure what is and isn't different colors for different like items and stuff. But thank you guys for watching. This is the end of the video for today. As far as I know, in terms of E3, there are only 2 gaming events I am personally interested in. June 9th is Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest, as he always likes to kick off every year. And then not too long after that, on June 12th, is the Xbox Bethesda Conference. They do have some other stuff that is sprinkled in here and there. As far as I know, EA hasn't announced anything. I'm sure that Ubisoft is going to host some sort of their own show, and they're going to pull it off just like they do with Ubisoft, where it's maybe some sort of live audience, and then it's just essentially a live stream where it's different. It's like all of their different lined up games in one video. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.